many times can we say beautiful, perfect day for baseball? Happy Easter, everybody. Yeah, the fans are all psyched about this one. The Nats trying to win a series and trying to make it 3 for 3 in series wins here at home. Bob and FP, happy Easter. Hope you and your family, friends are having a fantastic day today. Thanks for spending part of it with us. And Gio's going to spend a good part of it with us. And if he pitches like he has been, it's going to be a while that he's around today.
He's off to another good April. He had a nice April last year, but what he's done so far this year has just been incredible. 13 strikeouts, just 1 walk. Kind of a model of consistency. And when you think of Gio Gonzalez, that's not the first thing that pops into your head. A guy that it can be rattled at times, but so far this year, he's been money. Today, his 21st career start against the Phillies. That's the most against any opponent, and he's 10-6, 2.67 ERA in 20 career starts. So he likes the Phillies. He's pitching well. The Nats need to win his series. They got the right guy on the mound.
Absolutely, and what a great day that would be to go into an off day and then on to Atlanta. Gio, 10 of his career 103 wins against the Phillies. Good ERA, all the stuff you could want. So everybody's excited, even the presidents, about Easter Sunday. Screech and little Screech, and here we go. The Nats trying to win a series, and they're taking on those pesky fighting Phils. Nationals baseball on MASN, brought to you by PNC Bank, for the achiever in you. By Ocean City, Maryland. Put your vacation days to good use in Ocean City. Book now at ococean.com. And by Night Point Systems. They offer the technology you need when you need it. Beautiful tulips, the Capitol, the ballpark, the fans, the jerseys. It's great Easter in D.C., and now the Nats can make it a wonderful day by winning a series. It is smoking in the district. 85, warmest day of the year so far. Fortunately, not very muggy. Here come the fighting Phils. Cesar Hernandez in this series, 3 for 9, a homer, 3 RBIs. He's been tough on the Nats out of that leadoff spot. Both of his homers this year have been big ones for the Phillies, won them ball games, and they got Daniel Nava, Aaron Altair, Brock Stassi in there today, giving Odubel Herrera, Michael Saunders, and Howie Kendrick the day off against Gio.
His first win of the season last started on the 11th against the Cardinals. 7 strong innings, gave up just a couple of runs on 6 hits, struck out 6 Cardinals, walked nobody, and if you missed it, 13 strikeouts, 1 walk on the year for Gio Gonzalez.
Huge, because he's so unhittable. When he throws strikes, he's really tough.
He's been good, and here's the defense that's going to be good behind him today. Worth Eaton Harper, your outfield. Defoe Rendon left side, Murphy Lynn right side, and Matt Wieters back behind the plate. There's Adam Lind at first base today. Ryan Zimmerman with the day off.
First pitch, right on time, 135. To Hernandez, who's 5 for 22 career, versus Gio Gonzalez. From the right side this year, Hernandez 3 for 10. Greg Gibson, 19th year in the big leagues, has the plate. Jerry Lane, the crew chief at first. And Hernandez, has he done it to the Nats again? That's a no-doubter into the bullpen. And Gio Gonzalez, who hardly ever gives up home runs, gives up his 2nd of the year. Ball was crushed.
I think it's your fault because you're calling him Cesar. I'm just going to blame it on you. Keep hitting home runs.
I'm going to go back to Cesar.
Yeah, call him Cesar again.
Call him anything but a home run hitter he has been against our ball club. Nats have given up 13 homers this year. That's only the 3rd by a starter, Gio 2.
He had 6 home runs all last year. He's got 10 in his career. Make that 11 after that.
Here's Daniel Nava, who had a 2-homer game for the Phillies in the first week of the season. Helped them win a game at Cincinnati, and he's hardly played since. 4 for 7, 2 homers, 4 RBIs. Might remember his name from his days with the Red Sox. And he hits one hard to left. Worth going back to catch that rocket for the first out. Michael Franco is next.
So are these the new Sunday uniforms this year, or is that? We didn't get the memo on them. I have no idea.
Love the W.
Love the W, love that.
Gio against Michael Franco. Two 2-0. Gio working at a fast pace here. He'll go down and take a breather. Off the back of the mound against Franco, 0 for 8 in this series with an RBI. 3-0. Swinging from the heels as he always does with the green light there.
I think he got Wieters on the backswing right there. Not sure. I saw him look at Matt. Now Gio's coming down to check on his catcher, and home plate umpire Greg Gibson's making sure Wieters is okay. Let's see it. Watch the big backswing. Oh yeah, right in the mask.
Wow.
Maybe a little helmet too. Paul Lessard out to check Matt Wieters, Nat's head trainer. Want to listen to it? Oh. Hey, Greg Gibson looking in the dugout for help right away. He knew that was loud and direct contact. Well, he's smiling. That's a good sign. Ooh, almost got him again. Did you see that?
I mean, he has such a wide, sweeping swing.
I'm backing up if I'm Matt Wieters. Maybe even behind Greg Gibson. Watch this, almost gets him again. Ooh, close.
High in the air. Murphy pointing to the sky for Bryce Harper to get a read on that. Everything in the air so far, 2 outs.
I think Matt Wieters ducked this one. I could be wrong, but I saw a little lean as Franco swung the bat and there was contact made.
Well, the last thing you want your catcher is to have that on his mind when he's trying to catch one of your starters early in the game. It's Tommy Joseph. Have you ever heard of a catcher moving back a little bit for certain hitters? Okay.
I mean, generally you want to stay right where you're at, right? Because that's your comfort zone. You want to get strikes for your pitcher, but you also want to survive.
There's another fly ball. Bryce Harper in for this one. Things happening quickly in the top of the first. Home run by Hernandez to lead it off, puts the Phils on top. Leading the league with a .282 batting average now. I mean, team batting averages aren't going to stay over 300 for long. Anthony Rendon is warming things up. 4 for his last 13. 3 for 9 with 2 RBIs in this series. So Ryan Zimmerman, the one regular who gets the day off, that gets Adam Lind with that powerful left-handed bat into the number 5 spot between Murphy and Worth. 26-year-old Jared Eichhoff, 1-1 career against the Nats.
And last start on the 10th against the Mets, received a no decision, went 7 strong as well, gave up just 2 runs on 3 hits, struck out 7 Mets, but he did walk 4. So he's a fly ball pitcher, 29 fly ball outs, most in the National League. Curveball probably his best secondary pitch. Fastball, slider, curveball change. Fastball averages 91.
He's another guy who just doesn't allow very many base runners. 1.126 whip, as they call it. Walks plus hits per innings pitched. Adam Eaton still looking for his first hit of this series. He is 3 for 6 career with a home run against this right-hander. And that's well hit to the gap in right center. It'll skip on the turf right out to the 375 mark in the middle of the scoreboard. So Eaton gets off the schneid, and the Nats have a runner in scoring position right out of the gate.
Mighty Mouse getting her started. That's a bolt, right? And how fun has it been to watch Adam Eaton play? There goes the no-hitter. Got to check that box. First knock of the day for the Nats. Adam Eaton, ladies and gentlemen. He's been a good leadoff hitter in the absence of Trey Turner.
He has 6 extra base hits now. That was double number 5 to go with the homer. Here comes Mr. Double himself, Anthony Rendon.
That's why I like Anthony hitting second. You get Eaton to second base. This is a perfect guy to hit the ball the right side.
First pitch is away. Anthony 7 hits on the season, 1 double. 3 runs batted in, 1 for 7 career against Eichhoff with a couple of walks. Trying to set things up for Bryce Harper here. Unless Rendon can tie the game himself. That ball deep to left center. It's tailing away from both outfielders. Bounces into the seats. Adam Eaton can cruise home on a ground rule double. And we're starting to see Tony Two Bags re-emerge here in 2017.
A lot of Philadelphia people say that Jared Eichhoff is their best pitcher, and he is having trouble settling into this one early. Back-to-back doubles to start it up for the Nationals. And Anthony Rendon was thinking about moving himself as well as Adam Eaton. I thought this had a chance just off the sweet spot, maybe a hair, to keep it in the ballpark, but double to start this one up. And does Bryce Harper see anything to hit right here?
Yeah, first base open, nobody out. Nice grab by the young fan out there. Bottled water in one hand, glove in the other, and a souvenir baseball. Well done. Bryce 1 for 9 with an RBI. Eichhoff's been tough on him, striking him out 6 times. Harper to right, not too deep. Not sure Rendon can do much with that one, especially if the right fielder catches it. Nava to the cutoff man, 1 out.
So Adam Eaton scores the first run of the day, and hey, look at me, I'm the leadoff hitter. Give me some. Hey, give me some. Bryce, hey, he's locked in. Bryce was locked. He was thinking about what pitch he was going to hit. Just missed that too, by the way.
Don't leave me hanging. Here's Murphy. Well, that was interesting. Eichhoff with first base open right after Harper. He's got 2 more nasty left-handed batters to deal with here. Murphy and Lind. Daniel 2 for 12 career against him.
Phillies defense today, you've seen some of it so far. Brock Stassi, Aaron Altair, Daniel Nava the outfield, Galvis Franco left side, Hernandez Joseph right side, Cameron Rupp behind the plate again.
Yeah, they completely changed their outfield. All 3 spots for this one today. Rubber game of the 3-game set. Murphy took a swing and that ball hit right at the top of the barrel.
Pretty good numbers with runners in scoring position, I'd say.
Ooh. And by the way, he's right there with Matt Wieters, who's sitting 600. Saw Murphy at 636. Greg Gibson, you heard the appeal down to Mike Estabrook. Kind of interesting about umpires. He said, "Did he go?" And sometimes you'll just hear the umpire shout the other umpire's name. This one was a full question format. Have a veteran guys there, Gibson and Estabrook. I love hearing the communication by defense or crews down on the field. Cool.
The best is if you could hear Daniel Murphy talking to an umpire, or when guys get to first base with the first baseman with personality. It's amazing the things you hear. It used to amaze me. Some of the conversations catchers and umpires would have, that you'd have with guys on base. Most of the time has nothing to do with baseball. Nothing.
2-2 and Murphy getting time.
Close to a balk right there.
1-1 ball game. Phillies a homer, the Nats a pair of doubles. Murphy has driven in 10, third most in the league. And he gets out in front of that one, hits it kind of off the end of the bat. Rendon tagging, goes to third. Nava, one hop to the cutoff man. 2 down, it's up to Adam Lind, whether the Nats will take the lead or not here in the first.
Nice job of advancing. Take what the game gives you. See if they pitch to Adam Lind. He had a nice series up in Philadelphia against him, and he's been swinging the bat well. Right-hander on deck. Jason Worth swinging it as well too, so we'll see.
Adam 5 for 11, a homer, 4 RBIs. Sees this right-hander for the first time.
It's where if you're Anthony Rendon on third, you have to be ready for the wild pitch because they're going to probably throw a lot of balls in the dirt here to Lynn.
Inside edge. 1-1. He was tailing that ball right to where Cameron Rupp was set up, outer half. Beautiful day, great crowd, folks still coming in. Nats are averaging over 31,000 a game so far. Home game number 9. Lynn stays alive. Marlins beat the Mets again last night. So Miami and Washington a half game back. Phillies 2.5.
It's a good foul ball. It's a nasty curve. That's Eichhoff's best pitch. The curveball. It's got a lot of break to it. 12-6. He'll spin it up there hard. Bounce it with 2 strikes. This is a good fight right here by Lynn. Buy you another pitch. Look at that thing. And you see Cameron Rupp going down to block it. Nasty.
1-2. Anthony Rendon eyeballing those breaking balls in the dirt from third. Lind up the middle, and it's picked off by Jared Eichhoff. Bottom of the first. The Nats using the gaps. Adam Eaton pulling one. Right center. Hello. Anthony Rendon pulling one. Left center. RBI number 4. 1-1 game.
Nats trying to take 2 out of 3 from the Phillies on Easter Sunday. The Nats wrap up the first month of the season with a weekend visit from the Mets. That's April 28th through the 30th. Don't miss your chance to see this Power Pack NL East rival. Visit nationals.com/tickets today. That's a good series right there.
Yeah, and there will be one in New York before that next Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
That's a good hat right there.
That's an old-time straw hat you wear to the ballpark.
Yeah.
By the way, a week from tonight, the Nats and the Mets will be the Sunday night game. Cameron Rupp leads off, top of the second.
And get into Colorado for the next day's game right at game time. Just fly the plane right into the field and then play.
Sunday night and then a game the next night, 2 time zones away. Rupp the other way. And that's going to carry and hit the very top of the scoreboard. Strong throw by Harper, just a little offline. Ball is carrying today.
86 degrees, and in batting practice today it was fine. You knew it was going to carry, and everybody taking advantage of the warm temperatures here in April. Ball's hit well, nice swing. Pretty good play by Bryce just to make it this close, because you never know if a guy's going to pop off the bag just a little bit when you hold the tag on him. So bare hand play, sling it in there. Keep the tag on him just in case he comes off the bag, but he held it.
In fact, Cameron Rupp held the tag on Wilmer Defoe so he wouldn't fall off the bag. Well played by Bryce. Man, it is carrying today. Here's Aaron Altair. We haven't really seen much of him this year, at least. 9th rounder back in 09. Made his debut in 15 and 39 games. He had 241, but he tailed off to 197 last season.
I think he's one of those guys you got to pound in. If you let him get extended, his strength is right center, right at that Geico sign you're looking at.
Rough season for Aaron last year. Tore a tendon in his left wrist first week of the season. Gio goes off speed, no swing. Blocked by Wieters. Rupp remains at second. Two. Wow, the bat slams into the camera well over there after hitting the railing, and Gio gets his first strikeout.
Did that get Dave? The cameraman down there? Dave Geller, that get you? You all right? Look out.
Wow. There's Brock Stassi.
Pats are carrying too.
0 for 2 in this series. If Bryce kicks a helmet, it could go in the upper deck.
Might go in the Anacostia. Then just dissolve.
Left side. Hit right through the runner. Defoe concentrates. That couple of spikes going by that baseball as Rupp tried to disrupt Defoe. 2 outs.
Why is Cameron Rupp on the ground, and what did I miss? There was no need.
He thought a throw was coming.
Did he think a throw was coming? He slid into third?
Whoops.
No, he got snipered. Man down. Timeout. Small tremor.
I think that's why they tell you don't step on the top of the bag, right?
See, that's the stuff I miss, because you just wear out a teammate when something like that happens. We're going to have rounding the base practice tomorrow at 4 p.m. Anthony Rendon having a little laugh. Hey, he just smoked a double. He can fall if he wants to.
There's Freddie Galvis, the number 8 hitter. You have a pitcher on deck who can hit. Jared Eichhoff, 10 for 79 career with 7 RBIs. So let's see how the Nats and Gio with Wieters approach this AB. Galvis up there hacking. Freddie 0 for 6, hit by a pitch in this series. But he has 9 career hits against Gio, 2 homers, 3 RBIs.
You know my theory on this, and
yeah,
one of the few things that Dusty Baker and I disagree on. Even when he was with the Giants. He likes a 2-out inning the next inning, meaning that the pitcher is going to make the first out. So he goes after the 8th place hitter. That's been his motto his whole managerial career. He'd rather have that short inning next inning. And a lot of managers will tell you they rather have it stay a 1-1 game and not give the guy a chance. So 2 different philosophies, and it depends where you are on it.
That little looping liner caught by Defoe. Brilliant move by Dusty Baker.
Yep.
Just glad it wasn't 3 feet higher. It'd be 2-1. So it'll be Worth, Wieters, and Defoe. Bottom of the 2nd, tie game. Well done, Wilmer.
He was out early today, running around the ballpark doing sprints. He took batting practice and ground balls from short. First 25,000 fans to slide into Nats Park on Friday, May 12th. You get a Trey Turner bobblehead. That's why we showed it to you. That's presented by MASN. For tickets to this contest between the Nats and the Phils, visit nationals.com/promotions. Here he is earlier today. Sunday at the yard, just running some sprints. He looked real good, Carp. Like, I don't know if he's 100%, but he's close. Taking some hacks. And he also took some ground balls. So Trey Turner, easy like Sunday morning. Looks
nice. Good. Eligible to come off Wednesday. Night game in Atlanta. Night game Thursday, then on to New York. We'll see how Dusty plays it. I know Dusty always gives a guy an extra day or two when that guy tells him he's ready. He just believes in that extra day or two when the player says he's ready to go.
But when that guy's your guy,
yeah,
and one of your main guys,
the engine of your offense,
yeah, give him a couple extra days. Dusty trying to figure out his watch right now. Counting steps.
Fitbit. Jason Worth in the series, 1 for 3, got yesterday off. Also has a base on balls. Good eye on an 0-2 breaking pitch by Eichhoff. Worth 2 for 6 against the 26-year-old right-hander who has a career record of 14-18. It's his 44th career start. That's a swing, says Jerry Lane. Jason Worth gone. First K for Eichhoff.
Well, he knows that Eichhoff's best pitch is a curveball, and he's thinking that's going to come back down the zone, so he starts his swing, and the ball just kind of stayed up on him. But based on watching video and facing him before, he thought that pitch was going to break more, didn't.
Matt Wieters been batting 7th the last few days. An RBI, his 5th in the series. Still hitting .355. With an on-base percentage of .459. We'll take you inside the numbers. Brought to you by Jeep as the Nats continue to have a whole bunch of guys over 400. Ryan Zimmerman just did dip down below that mark.
Some DC traffic right there.
2-0. Liking the new digs.
I wouldn't mind if these were the everyday uniforms, just for the record.
I've always loved the stars and the stripes on the curly W.
These are clean.
Classic, yeah, it's a good classic look.
Yeah, I mean, you're playing in the capital of the free world. Why would you have stars and stripes on the curly W?
Eaton's been rocking the socks, and so has Defoe since the season started. Big swing by Matt Wieters.
You don't think that's too much going on every day? I don't with the curly W. I like it.
Yeah, they wouldn't make pinstripes, those big stripes, but I like it within the W.
Clean.
Davey Lopes looking great.
I think you, if the Nats win the World Series, should get that size tattoo on your back of that W. With the stars and stripes in it. Deal? Good.
Random thoughts on an Easter Sunday.
Good.
Look out, Davey. There's a classic look.
And I'll wear those every day on camera.
Trying to keep the cotton candy wrapped up.
It's a tough day for cotton candy. It might melt.
3-2 with one out. Wieters getting his money's worth in his first debut.
Battling.
Facing Eichhoff for the first time. About to have pitch number 8. Defoe on deck here. Bottom 2, and then Gio if the inning gets there. Strike 3 call at the knees. Greg Gibson ringing up Wieters. Mercedes pitch cast.
So pitch cast adjusts to the hitter being 6'4" or above. I thought this was down in the strike zone, and had Gio thrown that pitch, I'd have probably thought it was a strike.
I tell you, got to give a lot of credit to the Phillies starters in this series. Hellickson 2 runs and 4 hits yesterday. Nola 1 run on 6 hits Friday when the Nats walked off the Phils. They have pitched the Nationals tough.
They have good pitchers. Aaron Nola is a good pitcher. Jared Eichhoff is a good pitcher. They got some young studs. Hellickson's been outstanding against the Nats. I mean, they're going to be okay.
They're on to New York from here starting Tuesday. Not sure who they're throwing then. Velasquez and Nola go Wednesday, Thursday. And they'll see Wheeler, Gazelman, and Syndergaard in that series. So I guess that means the Nats will miss Noah Syndergaard next weekend. Harvey's pitching today for them at Miami against Dan Straley. 2-1 pitch. Wilmer fouls it. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Wilmer 4 for 20, 1 for 8 in this series. Nice short emergency hack to stay alive.
You know, with that 12-6 curveball as a hitter, you want to start eye high or above. That's the one that's going to break down the zone. That's why Jason Worth couldn't stop his swing. That's where you look for it, high out of his hand. If it starts eye level or below, it's going to be a ball down. So that's how you hit a nasty 12-6 curveball. Make it be up initially out of his hand.
Wow. 1, 2, 3. All strikeouts by Jared Eichhoff. The last 2 against left-handed batters. Called 3rd strikes.
Sunday, Dusty Baker and Mike Maddox getting a lot of questions recently about their bullpen after that group has struggled a bit to begin the season. 10 home runs allowed by Nationals relievers in just 34 1/3 innings thus far. This after they gave up just 48 home runs all of last season, 5th best in the majors. I asked Mike Maddox if he's seen anything consistent in that group to begin the year. He said, we're just not getting away with mistakes right now. He said, when you're going good, those mistake pitches are pop-ups. When you're not, they're squared up and hit a long way. But guys, this is basically the same bullpen we saw last year. Maddox thinks they'll get back to their ways.
How about a 1-pitch grounder here starting the 3rd? Well played by Wilmer Defoe on Jared Eichhoff. And that's 4 straight and 7 of the last 8 now retired by Gio. Phillies go 2 for 9 first time through the order. And Dan's report brought to you by Coons.com. Over 2 million vehicles sold and counting.
Somebody's voice sounds like they were screaming real loud at the Caps game last night.
Yeah, I noticed a little frogginess on the part of DK there.
Yeah, that's just a good fan. That's what he is. He was letting it rip last night. We won't talk about the ending of the game.
Oh, that game ended? I thought they were still playing.
Could be.
That young, speedy Toronto group gets a split, and it's back to Canada for games 3 and 4. Cesar Hernandez. Curveball low and away, 2-0. Over the last few years, Gio has been the toughest Nat starter to square up, to hit a ball out of the ballpark. He gets it on the corner right there, 2-1.
Yeah, last year Gio was 1-1 with a 1.42 in 4 April starts over 25 1/3 innings. This year he's 1-0 with an 0.69 coming into this one.
Upstairs, 3-2. Did give up 19 homers last year. Highest total of his career, but he's usually somewhere in the 10 to 15 range. Missed inside. 1 out walk, and Hernandez aboard.
Keith Urban, John Legend, Stevie Wonder, and Audra Day perform Staying Alive, a Grammy salute to the Bee Gees tonight at 8 on WUSA 9, followed by WUSA 9 News at 11.
So we don't have to sing that song today. They will take a cue from us yesterday and do it tonight.
Yeah. Tribute to the Bee Gees.
Daniel Nava lined one hard to Jason Worth, first time up.
Hernandez, no stolen bases yet. I guess he's hitting too many home runs to steal.
He's got a left-hander staring at him today. Gio unleashing that fastball here and having a bit of a location problem. So Mike Maddox right out of the dugout to the mound.
I was wondering if he was coming. He's starting to rush a little bit, jumping out there, arms trailing, and this is the calm me down trip. Hey, don't worry about the walk. That's behind you. Let's focus here. Slow things down a little bit.
Yeah, last inning Gio went to 2-0 on a batter. Took a little stroll off the back side of the mound, gathered himself, and took care of business. Last 7 starts against the Phillies, pretty good domination. Strikeout to walk ratio, excellent. Hernandez, as P mentioned, no steals, hasn't even attempted one yet. But we know how fast he is. $17 steals last year, 19 the year before that. He's got a pretty good lead. There he goes. Wieters, a bullet. Out at second base. Murphy slapping the tag straight down. 2 outs, bases empty. If the call holds up.
He's asking him, did you get me? And Murph went, I don't know. Did you see that conversation? Pete McCannon out. He's got 30 seconds to decide, or his clubhouse does, more importantly. Pretty good jump by Hernandez. Wieters got rid of it quick with something on it. Murphy on the right field side of the bag. Did he tag him before the hand got there?
He's out. Phillies will not challenge.
He did, and it's another throw that's about 2 or 3 bases back toward first base that gets a runner. I'm telling you, if you're a catcher, set your sights toward right center field. Make sure your second baseman knows it, and that's how you get runners now with instant replay. The whole throw right on the bag is overrated.
3-0 to Nava. It's Matt Wieters' first runner thrown out this year. He was 0 for 5, but as we know, a lot of that's on the pitchers as well.
Got rid of it quick.
He did.
Good pitch to throw on, too.
Gio, a changeup, and he misses. 2 consecutive walks. I talked to Gio the day after his start against the Cardinals, and he was feeling so good about his curveball that night. Didn't throw as many changeups as he normally did. You and I had noted that during the game. And he just said, I don't want to tip too much of my hand early in a ball game. He went with more changeups as he got into the middle innings. Then he ended up retiring the last 11 hitters he faced. Wieters keeps it at the feet of Franco. Ball 1. He fell behind Franco 3-0 first time.
That's where Adam LaRoche used to sneak a trip in every once in a while too when something like this happened.
.2-0 changeup, a beauty. Nissan pitch cast.
Well, you know Franco's swinging. You lay a fastball in there, it could be 3-1 in a hurry. Good pitch. Curveball, changeup in the sequence so far.
Did challenge him with the fastball. Defoe to Murphy. So Gio, an anxious moment or two in the third, but he works around 2 walks with the help of his catcher. He'll lead off in a moment.
12-6 curveball, or try to hit where you want it to be, where you judge it eye level or not. Watch where this one is at its apex. So he's looking for it around eye high. So it's not quite eye high, but watch where the ball ends up. So he takes it because that ball's got to start higher, right? He thinks it's low. That's why he took strike 3. If that ball had started right around his eye black, maybe the bill of his hat, he's hacking. But since it started lower, he took it, ended up bottom of the zone for strike 3. So it's a little lesson on how to hit a curveball, and that was a tough take for Wilmer Defoe and a good pitch by Jared Eichhoff.
Gio Gonzalez, a left-handed pitcher who bats right-handed.
I think I would have taken that one too. It didn't start high enough.
It had me struck out in Exmo. Eichhoff 6 in a row since the Rendon game-tying double. Hope the Phillies played the Mets as tough as they've played the Nats this weekend. Day off tomorrow. They're there while the Nats are in Atlanta. 1 ball and 2 strikes. There's Adam Eaton, who hit the ball extremely hard to the right center gap, starting off the Nats' day offensively. Big breaking ball. Gio all locked up, and he's fanned 4 in a row.
So first inning, StatCast brought to you by Amazon Web Services. Adam Eaton breaks up the no-no, 107.22 miles an hour, 14 degrees on the launch angle. Then Anthony Rendon backs it up with another double. Exit velocity 94.82 miles an hour, launch angle 25 degrees. I love all that stuff.
So, like the Phillies, the Nationals go 2 for 9, first timer on the order. Good thing the hits were back-to-back to get a run. Eaton will pop this one up. Freddie Galvis, sun blazing in from behind home plate, 2 outs. Eichhoff impressive. That's 8 in a row. Here's Rendon. Right up where those clouds are, above and behind us. This time of the year, the sun coming right over home plate.
I thought you could say right up where those clouds are is where we broadcast from.
Well, we are the only ones up here without harps. Swinging a foul to Rendon.
It's a hat, it's a sign, it's a hat sign.
And it's comfortable. I always have to laugh when we have visitors up here and they see our perch for the first time. They're like, "You guys do games from up here?" We do know a ball is in the gap before anybody.
I'm waving, see me?
Here we are.
So it's us.
Hello.
I'll take the oxygen mask off for a pitch so it doesn't look weird.
0-2. Thank goodness they invented elevators. And we'll get to check out our new broadcast position in Atlanta on Tuesday night. Can't wait to see SunTrust Park. 0-2 to Rendon, target away. And a bouncer.
Different kinds of curveballs too for Mike Hoff. He's got the big one that's 12-6. That one was a short, little modified curveball. He's trying to get a swing through and bounce.
I know that's one of the things you were impressed with about Aaron Nola when he faced the Nats. We don't talk about that much. Changing speeds with your breaking pitch.
Yeah, and elevations too.
Over the top of the ballpark, it's a pretty good breeze blowing from third base side out to right field at the moment. The flags at high elevations are moving. And a 1-2. Rendon a bouncer. That's by the mound, and the race is on. Galvis cleanly, but he's safe. And Anthony Rendon is 2 for 2, getting Bryce Harper to the plate here in the third.
That was close. Anthony Rendon, a little smile on his face. Let's see if he was safe. Pretty good play by Freddie Galvis on the run here. Watch the bare hand play by the Phillies shortstop, the underhand throw, and was he safe or out? Pete Mackanin on the top step for the Phillies. See if they look at it. What do you got? Tough to tell right there because his body was crossing right when the ball was in the glove. They're going to look at it. This might challenge. Excuse me, Carp. This might give us a better angle. I couldn't tell there. So remember, it's just got to touch Tommy Joseph's glove anywhere. The timing right there might help Anthony Rendon unless New York has a different angle. This will show you. Here we go.
Man, that's pretty close for a challenge. They lose this one, they're out of him for the day. But it tells you the importance in Pete Mackanin's mind of what just happened with Bryce Harper next in a tie game. Crouch, I wouldn't say thunderous ovation.
Watch this, Carp. So it's just got to just touch any leather and then be secure in the back of the glove. But that's slow it down as much as you can right here. I got safe.
Yeah, I do too. As I mentioned, the crowd not going crazy watching the replays, but some golf claps. They think he was safe. We'll see.
Safe.
Jerry Lane, the crew chief, on the call. He's at the headsets with home plate umpire Greg Gibson.
And if you're Pete Mackanin, third inning, 1-1 game, you're going for the series. It's Bryce Harper hitting with nobody on leading off the next inning, or with somebody on right here. And I agree with the challenge. Why not? Even if it's wrong, it's a big part of the game. It doesn't always have to be late in the game.
Here come the headsets. He is safe. Now Jerry Lane's going to call Pete Mackanin over, give him a real quick explanation. I haven't had one manager tell me, no, I'm going to save my challenges for later in the game. They use them when they think they need to, and they don't care what inning it is.
So he put the headsets on. Let's look at it. Hey, I think he said, "Don't worry."
Oh, that's interesting.
No, I don't want it.
Yeah, I guess once you make the initial call, you're locked into that. We'll see how big it is. Pretty big, it's looking like. See you later. 3-1 Nationals. Number 3 for Bryce. RBI total up to 10.
Exactly why you challenge it. I know he was in between on the challenge, but when you have Bryce Harper either hitting with the runner on first or nobody on, you challenge it every time. Didn't go the Phillies' way, but boy, oh boy, did it go Bryce Harper's way. Helmet off, hair flip, 3-1 Nats.
You know, interesting thought I just had. How would that look if Pete Mackanin hadn't challenged it and then Bryce hits a home?
Right.
So they took their shot, and so did Bryce, and the Nats have a 2-run lead. Here's Murphy. Eichhoff, third homer of the year given up. 1-1. Nationals have now hit 15. They're in the top 5 in the league in team homers.
100% he sat on that curveball first pitch.
First career homer, second and third career RBIs against Jared Eichhoff. Murphy to left field. There's his patented swing. Ball moving away from Stassi. Daniels going for 2. He will make it. Murphy, 9th extra base hit on his 7th double of the season.
I'll show you Bryce's home run first. So how about some 2-out lightning, folks? Single by Rendon, infield style. Sat on the curveball, crushes it for his 3rd home run of the year, 10th RBI. And to hit this one squarely like that and let it get that deep, he was sitting on it. 30-degree launch angle, 417 feet of 103 miles an hour.
Wow. And
then a double by Murphy. Adam Lind going for the 2-out cycle right here for the Nats. Single, home run, double. It's a triple. We'll all go crazy.
Phillies pitchers until this inning have kept the middle of the Nats lineup quiet all weekend. Not the second time around today. Two and 0.
Give me a Murphy double. We got to see that again. Can't cheat you on that one, can we? Boom. Another curveball. Looks like game plan is sitting soft here second time around, possibly. And teams will do that, Carpet. Talk at the dugout. You see the hustle by Murphy. What did you guys see first time up? Well, if you sit on that curveball, it's just kind of rolling in there. But if you're looking fastball and he throws it, it's tougher. You want to sit on the curveball next time? Yeah, I think we'll sit curveball. Early in the count, we'll sit curveball. If it gets to 2 strikes, I'll go back to the fastball. But let's try it. All right. Boom, boom.
By the way, they just intentionally walked Adam Lind on a 2-0 count. He was dismissed to first base with a wave of the hand. And here's Jason Worth.
Still haven't seen one of those yet.
I just saw my first one.
Did you see it?
Just happened to be watching.
Was it cool? What did it look like?
It was awesome.
Not seen it.
A flick of the wrist and a runner gets to go 90 feet.
I don't even know what they're talking about.
Worth locked up on a breaking pitch by Eichhoff first time up. Jason's been clutch so far this year. 3 homers, 7 RBIs. Came in at 306. Counts even, 1-1.
I thought they might do something like this the first go around, but Adam Lind hit the ball hard back to the pitcher. Jason Worth struck out, so Pete McCann decides to walk Lind in a similar situation second time around.
Murphy the double, Lind the 2-0 intentional walk. Two hopper to short. Freddie Galvis charging it. A good inning is over for the Nats. Anthony Rendon 2 for 2 with an infield hit, and then after a challenge on the hit, Bryce Harper. Nothing to challenge there except how far would it go? 417 feet. 3-1 Nationals. Every time the Nats play at home, it's our DynCorp International Troop Recognition, brought to you by DynCorp International. We serve today for a better tomorrow. I like the little guy, and there's Bryce By the way, today is Kids Opening Day here. A lot of great activities for them on Easter Sunday.
Screech's birthday today. Happy birthday, Screech.
Wow.
Never been to an Eagles birthday party, but I'm down. Wasn't invited, so that's good.
It's hard to get up a big light pole for a birthday party.
Or a tree.
Top of the fourth, Tommy Joseph for the Phillies. Gio, not a great ratio to start the game, 43 pitches, 21 strikes. But he got through a bit of a battle in the third with those 2 walks. And the Nats hope he will settle in like he did in the middle of the game against St. Louis. This ball pops straight back over to the right, and now it's Wieters catching it right over the top of his head for the first down.
Take your family out to the ball game with Nationals Family Fun Packs. That's presented by Harris Teeter. Save more than $11 per season per person on a ticket and a meal combo. That's per person. Available online for Friday, Saturday, and Sunday home games at nationals.com/family. Good crowd here today, enjoying this unbelievable April weather.
Late swing and a miss by Cameron Rupp.
You know how high that pop-up went? I asked the truck. I mean, that was above us.
Yeah.
160 feet in the air, that pop-up was just now.
All right, Gio's got a hitter 0-2 after a quick first out. How much of a hurry does he get in here for the second out of the inning? On the attack with a good curveball, way low, forcing an emergency hack.
The Washington Monument is 555 feet. And didn't somebody catch a ball drop from the top of that once?
Yeah, I think they did.
Yeah. If that hits you in the coconut, you're toast, by the way. Gabby Street caught it on August 21st, 1908. Don't try that at home, kids.
I don't think they would allow that anymore. It was 0-2, now 3-2 to Cameron Rupp, who muscled one to the top of the scoreboard for a double, leading off to second. He never made it past third base. Then Gio walked him. Third walk in the last 5 batters. For the Cheever and you, PNC Bank, when you have insight, you know how to handle your finances with confidence. We check in on Austin Adams, 24-year-old right-hander. So off to a pretty good start. 1 hit in 6 1/3 with Syracuse so far, and his minor league career numbers at the bottom. Austin Adams. Another one missing upstairs. Adams was acquired with right-handed pitcher Kyle McGowan in the Danny Espinosa deal last December 10th. Gio all over the place now, and Matt Wieters out, Daniel Murphy in. So 2-0 to Aaron Altair, who struck out swinging first time. Very important inning for Gio. That's just got him 2 runs and a lead. Back in the strike zone with a high heater.
There's some anger behind that fastball. I like it. Gabby caught that ball on his 13th try, Carp.
Oh, okay. Well, that takes a little bit of the luster off. And by the way, that was our pitch cast brought to you by Mercedes-Benz. How many people perished on the first 12 when he missed them?
I don't think the park was open to tourists that day.
2 balls and 2 strikes. Right side, it'll be close. Lind, it's coming back to him, and he's got it. Couple of feet inside the barrier for the second foul out of the inning.
Whatever was said in that conference led to a few fastballs with some emotion behind them, almost like, let's go, let's do this. Quit thinking, just let it rip. And he did, and he got a big out.
Here's Brock Stassi. Grounded out to Wilmer Defoe at short first time.
Look, he's talking to himself. Like more than normal.
And that is a wordy conversation.
I like it.
Hey, whatever it takes to trigger your concentration. Fly ball. Adam Eaton, and Gio battles back. Hasn't given up a hit since the leadoff man in the second. 3-1 Nats.
It's Daniel Murphy talking to Gio Gonzalez about flying open on the second one versus keeping that front side closed on the first one, and how it's harder to hit. And just when you bring your leg up, keep that front shoulder closed, downhill and attack. It's downhill and attack. And after the struggle, Gio threw all fastballs, quit thinking about everything, and Murph went to the mound, and now Coach Murph is helping Mike Maddox and Gio Gonzalez in the dugout. And you'll take advice from veterans, even if they are position players, because hitters know pitchers sometimes better than pitchers know pitchers. Good stuff.
Up there hacking, bottom of the fourth, Matt Wieters. Called out on strikes first time.
I mean, you're standing behind him. You're watching the front side fly open. You know why the arm's trailing. You know that as a hitter when you're facing a lefty, why he's missing up with the fastball. So there's a lot of street cred there from Daniel Murphy, and you listen to him when he talks.
By the way, Murphy just started another new hitting streak after his was interrupted yesterday in game 11.
Talking to Steven Strasburg now. Look at, they're talking about a downhill fastball and staying close. Same thing. It's harder to see.
Wieters on a 1-2 pitch hits it well. Daniel Nava playing him way off the line and right for the first out. 15 minutes could save you 15% or more in car insurance. Visit geico.com. See how much you could save. They were having a normal race, but here come the mascots. Taking out the presidents on Screech's birthday.
Oh.
Teddy gets around, so he's going to win, right? The Easter Bunny takes him out, and Screech wins with a birthday cake on top of his head.
Oh my gosh. That is my worst nightmare.
The humanity.
All that stuff. That's just terrible.
Defoe, ground ball to second, 2 outs. Didn't know that Screech was a racing president.
Show me the Easter Bunny with the decapitation shot there at the end one more time. That was fantastic. I mean, if you're going to have a mascot melee and a mascot nightmare, you might as well have the Easter Bunny just go for the tremendous decapitation hit of Teddy Roosevelt. That is the greatest thing I have ever seen in my whole life, ever.
You said you couldn't watch it, then you wanted to see it again.
You know, sometimes you got to watch a car accident.
Wow. That'll be on YouTube shortly. 1 ball, 1 strike with 2 outs to Gio Gonzalez.
That might be the highlight of the year for me so far. That was awesome.
And it took till game 12. That's the same pitch on which Gio struck out first time. Never know what you're going to see when you come to the ballpark.
I mean, for you kids at home, that's a perfect form tackle. Keep your head up.
That's a nasty hook, one pitcher to the other. Gio will get a chance to return that favor in the top of the 5th. The 4th inning of Nationals baseball has been brought to you by the all-wheel drive RAV4. Toyota, what drives you? Visit buyatoyota.com for great details and deals. And Teddy becomes a crash test dummy in the 4th inning.
That's the best.
He says he's a fan of the Golden State Warriors, but he's also rooting for the 2 local DC teams that are currently in the playoffs, the Caps and the Wizards. And Dusty says he's rooting for those teams because he wants to turn DC into a city of champions. He feels that winning can be contagious, and he noted that right now DC's kind of negative with its postseason outlook. But he feels, guys, that a strong run by the Caps and Wizards can help change that, kind of get some positive vibes going. Dusty, a big believer in those types of things, and so he's pulling for the Caps. He's pulling for the Wizards in the postseason.
Wizards are up 8 in the 3rd quarter right now. Thank you, Dan. I love Dusty's thoughts on that. Harcoons.com sideline report: over 2 million vehicles sold and counting. Galvis, Eichhoff, Hernandez, top 5. And that is a great hook. That was unhittable, diving on the right-handed batter. Nissan on the pitch cast.
Watch where it starts. Ends up, down, and in. One more of those, please.
Galvis. Fastball. Got a lot of the plate on 0-2, and Freddie Galvis gets one of his few hits all year. Came in batting a $184. He's now 8 for 40. 0-2 pitch. Pitcher on deck. Now the Phillies can use Eichhoff for a bunt if they go that way. You would think they would. He can swing it. Took a good play by Defoe to throw him out first time up. He'll lay it down a beauty. Wieters signaled to his pitcher that he had it, and the throw to Adam Lind. It goes 2-6. Potomac Nationals are in progress. Monday night they host the Down East Wood Ducks. The first Dollar Monday of the season. Dollar tickets and hot dogs. Call 703-590-2311 or PotomacNationals.com.
Wood Ducks are tough this year.
During the offseason, I get scorebook orders from different minor league announcers, and there were some really interesting name changes this year. I'm sure you know all about the Zephyrs all those years in Denver and then New Orleans. They're now the New Orleans Jumbo Shrimp.
Saw that.
How about that?
Too many times the team's mascot makes you hungry.
There have been some crazy names in recent years, and that was a late timeout given. So I guess the Toledo Mud Hens were years ahead of their time with their crazy nickname that a lot of people had fun with over the decades, but they're not the craziest anymore.
Good change. So you hit a home run on a fastball. And then Hernandez walks in, he gets a changeup. He was looking heater all the way.
To short, and it's in front of the runner. Galvis has to say. Hernandez quick down the line, and Defoe got it. 2 outs. Wilmer playing solid shortstop here.
Doing a really nice job, but he's got a little glove tap that Chris Spire and he are working on trying to correct. And a lot of times as an infielder, when you field the ball and you tap it back into your glove, those are steps. Watch right there. You see that tap right before he throws it? That's taking a little extra time, and when you have a fast runner like Cesar Hernandez, this is a step. So watch, he gets it, then he taps it back in his glove before he throws. Quicker if you just take the ball out of your glove and throw it without that. So it's something that probably ingrained over a long period of time, that you try to break that habit and get rid of it just a little bit quicker. The plays aren't as close at first.
Here's Daniel Nava. Line drive to left and a walk. Yeah, think of the balls that have been hit at Wilmer Defoe for the last week or so, and then subtract about 20 degrees from the weather in a typical cold April. You can almost understand why some shortstops get off to a slow start. I mean, it's cold out there. The ball's getting blistered all over the field on your side. That is blistered, and Rendon picks it up on a hop and throws out Daniel Nava. That saved a run. So the Nats defense coming up big in the top of the 5th inning. After that, it's the top of the order. Well done, Anthony. He's 2 for 2. 3-1 Nats. Great rear work. Stu up, bottom of the 5th inning. Adam Eaton, career home run total, 28 in 2 years with the White Sox, 15 and 16. Rendon and Harper. Just to correct something from last inning, the Jumbo Shrimp are in Jacksonville. The New Orleans Ball Club now named the Baby Cakes.
The Baby Cakes. And if that isn't the creepiest mascot ever, I don't know what is. It's like a baby doll, right? With lifeless eyes.
Yeah. Well, how long before we have the Charleston Chuckies or something like that to go along with it? 0-2 to Eaton. It's fun. He's got a chance. Ball gets away, and Eaton spots it and goes to second base. Not only getting to the bag, but great awareness to know where the ball went to get that extra 90 feet.
Yeah, good call, Carp. It's a good lesson for kids. When you cross the base, look to your right. And if you see the baseball take off, so Franco had to hurry because of the speed of Eaton. Watch him look to his right. And that's just years and years of habit and doing the right thing. As soon as you cross the base, look to your right. You find the ball, just plant and go to second base. So Eaton makes it easily. That's got to be a hit and an error.
Yep. That's only the Phillies' 3rd team error of the season in 12 games. Franco's first. So Adam Eaton's 2 for 3. Anthony Rendon 2 for 2. And they have been table setters and RBI guys today. Anthony's driven a run home.
I don't know about you, but I am having tons of fun watching Adam Eaton play so far this year.
Love it. Old school.
Yeah, man.
Anything to beat you.
Brings it every day. All the things you hear, but then when you see it, and obviously it's only 12 games, but what's not to love? And I think the big question about Trey Turner's return is not when, it's where he's going to hit.
We're talking about a guy with about a .430 on base percentage right now in Adam Eaton.
You break up the lefties, you hit him second. We'll see what happens.
Front door breaking ball stayed inside. 1-1.
Right, left, right. If Turner hits second, we'll see what Dusty Baker decides. That's why he gets paid the big bucks to make those decisions. And that's why we wear makeup and ties.
Pretty good rip. Three o'clock at Nationals Park. The boys are hacking today. 6 hits, 3 runs, and a 2-run lead. Bottom 5. And right now there are 6 hits from the top 4 batters in the order. All 6 of them. One-two pitch.
It's a good take. Far into the dugout. I think that's his happy place. Or maybe his spot of desperation, but when he wants runs, he goes to that end of the dugout.
2-2. Nobody out. Runner at second. That's a screamer into the seats. I think it's great that Dusty moves around.
I saw him the other day on MLB Network. The Giants had a walk-off in '93. I think Darren Lewis had the hit. He went out and celebrated. I told him the other day, I said, you look the exact same as you did in 1993. That was his first year as a manager. They won 103 games, and they finished second to the Braves. And there was no wild card. Can you imagine winning 103 games and not going to the postseason?
That is hard to believe. In the old NL West. When you think about that division, Dodgers, Reds, Braves, Giants, (3-2), nobody out. Rendon will pop it up, hoping it gets out of play, but it won't. And near the on-deck circle, Cameron Rupp has it.
That's one where you need the Easter Bunny to hit the catcher. Washington, D.C. Lexus dealers will donate $250 to the Children's National Health System for each of the first 200 home runs the Nats hit this season. Lexus, experience amazing.
Bryce Harper coming up big last time. Big fly, 417 feet to right center, way over the scoreboard. Home run total career at 124 now.
Pitch to him here? He ain't throwing him a curveball. That's what he hit out last time. Two pretty good hitters behind him, so tease him with strike one and now try to throw your best pitch and get him to chase.
That ball gashed. Galvis to his left to take an RBI hit away. They were heavily shifted, and it is costly to Bryce Harper. 2 outs.
That's just lucky. I mean, they threw him the same pitch he hit out last time. He's sitting on the curveball. He hammered it last time. He got it again and torched it one more time. And look at Freddie Galvis bouncing off the base. He had to keep Adam Eaton close. And then the sliding play into a spin move steals a hit away from Bryce Harper and a run away from the Nats.
Pretty dramatic example of a shift working there. Murphy waiting. Conference of the mound with the battery. On base percentage plus slugging the month of April since the start of last year. And they are both special, aren't they? Brought to you by Jeep.
On base plus slugging percentage equals OPS.
Murphy opposite field double last time after the Harper homer. So it's Murphy and Harper tied for the team lead, 10 RBIs. Whole bunch of guys at 10, but that's the 3rd highest total in the league. Murphy gets under one. Altair and Nava, center fielder, makes the call. That's it for the Nationals in the 5th. Adam Eaton stranded. Nats have left 4, but they lead 3-1. They get down now, knocked down, they get up again. Air Screech and his buddies here at the ballpark. Time for the Unlimited Baseball break, brought to you by T-Mobile. So some veteran pitchers picked up by the Braves, not getting it done so far, although R.A. Dickey was good yesterday. The Mets do not leave the division until May 8th. That's kind of crazy. And the Rockies leading the West by a half game over the Diamondbacks and the Dodgers. Heading into today, and we'll see them next week.
Tough road trip for the Nats.
Wow.
3-7-35 games in Atlanta. Then you go to New York to play the Mets in their yard, and then the Rockies in Coors Field.
With a Sunday night game thrown in there in New York. And then, yeah, your pitching staff comes back from a 4-game series in Colorado in one piece. That's a pretty good accomplishment.
Now, you know what we have to do and remember to do is keep an eye on how they do when they get back to Nats Park after that trip.
Yeah.
You could get through Colorado, navigate your way through Coors Field against a tough lineup. It's usually the start after and the bullpen after where you see the effects.
Yeah, and that first series back, guess who? Mets. Mets and a good hitting Arizona team on that next homestand. Then in bizarre fashion, the Nats go right back to Philadelphia and then on to Baltimore for 2. 2-2 pitch. Curveball stays out. His ball carrying, forcing Adam Eaton back some. Joseph and Rupp, the next 2 for Gio. Phillies box. Cesar Hernandez, leadoff homer, monster shot over the bullpen, right to the back of it at least, and nothing from a scoring standpoint since. Only one other hit. Rupp's doubled in the second. Freddie Galvis, base hit in the 5th. Gio gets in on the hands of Tommy Joseph. Marlins got a run in the bottom of the 6th. They lead the Mets 2-0. Who've been no hits so far. Anthony Rendon. 2 outs. Dan Straley started that game. Kyle Bearclaw's in there now. And Miami trying to sweep the Mets in South Florida. Cameron Rupp, a double and a walk.
Might need a new bat after that one. You hear that sound?
Yes, he busted it. Look at that sky. What a day. 85 at game time today.
Keith Urban, John Legend, Stevie Wonder, and Andra Day performed Staying Alive. A Grammy salute to the Bee Gees tonight at 8 on WSA 9. Followed by WSA 9 News at 11.
One and two. Gio has gone 6 and 7 his first 2 starts. He's at 82 pitches right now here in the 6th. Swing and a miss. Second strikeout of the day, his first since the 2nd inning. And Gio Gonzalez, for the most part, unhittable for the Phillies today.
For baseball here at Nats Park, and even better when you have a 3-1 lead. Get the most flexible ticket plan in sports with the new Washington Nationals Pickup Plan. Pickup plans include tickets to use when, where, and how you want. Choose your favorite matchups, ticket quantities, and seating areas starting at just $22 per ticket. Some restrictions and exclusions may apply. Visit nationals.com/pick'em for all the details. Easter bonnets, Easter dresses. They are ready for the Easter egg hunt after this one, folks. Yeah, load up on sugar. You got to get some Easter eggs. How cute was that kid?
Adorable. Bottom 6, Lind, Worth, and Wieters.
You want some more? Look at the bill on his hat. That's perfect.
I don't know if he knows who Chad Cordero is, but it reminds us of the Chief.
Or Danny Espinoza.
High fly ball, right field will back up Nava. Edge of the track, 1 out, 6th inning. Nats box. Eaton, Rendon, back-to-back doubles in the first. Infield hit, Rendon, 3rd inning. Bryce, a long home run. Murphy, a double then. And the only hit since, another hit by Adam Eaton, infield style in the 5th. So the top of the order getting it done today. Jason Worth 0 for 2. Could be Jared Eichhoff's last inning. Due to bat 4th in the 7th.
Whoops. Camera just finds that guy, doesn't it? Got all kinds of issues right now.
A lot of things to adjust here.
A lot of things to buckle up.
1-1. And then a hit.
Well, might want to think about doing that every time.
I was thinking about a pre-at-bat routine, but I really didn't want to go there. Matt Wieters has been busy today.
He got hit by the bat. Remember the backswing from Maikel Franco gets him right in the coconut. Franco making sure he's okay. He would be okay because he throws out his first base runner as the Nats catcher. Pretty good exchange. Arm strike 78 miles an hour. Good footwork, which wasn't measured there. He got rid of it quick with his lower half. Nice throw.
Hard line drive to right for an out last time. Jason Worth now 2 for 6 in the series, on base 3 times. Medium lead for Jason. Wieters on the off speed, pops it up. Franco has the fair ball, 2 outs. Romer Defoe 0 for 2, strikeout, ground ball. Right side, race to the bag, and save. Eichhoff must have missed the bag, or Defoe just beat it out. And again, Pete got to wait for the guy to get to the bag to make that throw.
Yeah, I think he missed the bag with his foot. Pete McCannon might want to challenge it. Let's see if his foot was on the base. No, he's not even close. No challenges left either, because he used it already, and that's, I mean, a good call by Jerry Lane right on top of it. Defoe's foot hits. Joseph's doesn't. How do you score that? Base hit?
They already have.
Right.
I mean, Joseph, a great effort. And then Defoe's speed able to make up enough of that room to put pressure on the pitcher.
That's where the first baseman and pitcher have to communicate. That's I got it, and the pitcher peels off, and you cover the base. It didn't look like there was a whole lot of communication, and Cesar Hernandez had to wait for one of them to get there, and by that time it was too late, and it was all messed up.
Well, Gio has seen some nasty hooks from his counterpart today. Looking for his first base hit of the year, 0 for 6. 11 career RBIs. High in the zone, 1-1. He makes contact, reaching. It's out to Galvis. The Nats have stranded 6, and after 6 innings, 3-1. Phillies 2-run lead, 7th inning. Gio still seems to be going strong. It's kind of a typical Gio Gonzalez outing today. He'll struggle with control at times, but he can always be unhittable because his stuff is all over the place and hitters are not comfortable against him.
There's a turning point in this game, and I think it was in the 4th inning when Daniel Murphy went to the mound with Matt Wieters. We showed you that conversation in the dugout. Mike Maddox went out earlier to calm Gio down, but he's a guy that's excitable. We talk about it all the time, and what he's done here in April is he's been relaxed on the mound. He's not letting things get to him, and when somebody sees maybe a chink in the armor, all of a sudden he starts to get a little wound up. They're getting out there, they're talking to him, they're keeping him calm. And what's not to like about Gio Gonzalez so far in the 2017 season? He's been awesome.
Well, and I said this early, maybe even in spring training, looking down the road this season, if Steven Strasburg stays healthy and Gio has the kind of season he can and gets defense like that from Anthony Rendon, this ball club can go very, very deep. Fantastic infield defense today.
You got to be ready for the baseball if you're playing third, especially with a lefty on the mound. You get the harder hit balls because there'll be more right-handers in the opposing lineup. Aaron Altair squares this one up, but Anthony Rendon on his toes. I mean, you can't hit a ball any harder than that. And Rendon makes a beautiful play and then gets up quickly and makes a beautiful throw. How about that?
Strike call. Brock Stassi, number 8 hitter. Freddie Galvis on deck. Coda Glover getting ready. But if Gio gets a really quick 7th inning and he just batted, we'll see how Dusty approaches it. Could send him out for the 8th.
No, you get 7 out of Gio, you're good.
Okay.
I'm just saying, I don't know, maybe. I don't know what Dusty's saying. I see where you're going, though. You're liking what you're seeing out there, and you want to see more. I don't blame you one bit.
Two balls, 2 strikes. Joely Rodriguez, their only lefty. Jammed him. Wilmer Defoe tells Worth he's got it. Jason peels off. Good communication. 2 outs. Follow Nationals Baseball Live with the MLB.com at-bat mobile app. Stay connected to the game's best players all season with game day, live game video highlights, stats, and news. Also catch a radio broadcast here and there. Download MLB.com at-bat, #1 app for live baseball. Little outside, 2-0 to Freddie Galvis. Pitcher spot due next. left-handed batter, Michael Saunders. And that makes you think that Pete Maccannon's committed to giving Howie Kendrick a total day off, although he could use him later if he had to. Murphy to his left. There's the quick 7th inning for Gio Gonzalez. Is he done, or will Dusty stay with him, pitching so well? Time to stretch at Nationals Park. 3-1.
As we cruise to the bottom of the 7th inning, Eden Rendon back-to-back doubles in the first. That was fun. Not as fun as Bryce Harper's 2-run tater. And Gio has been real good so far in the 2017 season. He said he wanted to be an all-star. Well, he's on his way. Let's go back to the 3rd inning. A little stat cast for you. Anthony Rendon getting it down the first baseline, smelling a knock. 20.3 miles an hour, and anytime you see 20 miles an hour, that's flying. So above average speed when you see a 20. How about above average power from Bryce Harper? His 3rd home run of the year, his 9th and 10th ribbies. So one guy's fast, one guy's strong. Bryce is pretty fast too, by the way. They try to add on to their lead right here.
Phillies will go with their only bullpen lefty, 25-year-old Joely Rodriguez. And this will be his 5th appearance of the year. He's off to a rough start. In fact, there was a situation a couple of nights ago when Pete Mackanin passed up a chance to use his lefty, maybe because of 7 runs, 10 hits in 5 1/3 innings with 4 walks already by his lefty Rodriguez.
That's rough as a manager when you have lefties and you don't have confidence enough to use them. But he's hoping that he figures it out. And there's some defensive changes for the Phillies.
So Daniel Nava moving to left. That's because Michael Saunders will lead off for them in the 8th and bat 9th. So the pitcher spot for the Phils is in the 7 hole. Adam Eaton is 2 for 2 career against Joely Rodriguez.
Ooh, that was close to hitting him.
.20 in there at the knees. Yeah, breeze has been kicking up a little here as the afternoon goes on. Pretty good hitting conditions right now. Nice and cloudy, flat lighting. And a throw from Rupp to Joseph retires Adam Eaton, who's 2 for 4. Our next TV game, Tuesday night, and we're going nowhere near downtown Atlanta anymore. But we'll be up north at their new ballpark, SunTrust Park. Max Scherzer. 2 starts, 1-1 with a 2.13. Mike Foltynewicz, one of the Braves' bright young pitching prospects. We'll get you going at 7 o'clock with Nats Extra on MASN 2.
Braves 4-6 to start the year, 2 games out of first. Pretty good lineup.
Yeah.
Adrian Ciarte, Dansby Swanson, some guy named Freddie Freeman that always struggles against the Nats, and a guy named Matt Kemp hitting behind him. They're not bad.
Well, they were 2-6 before they came home to their new ballpark, so they won their first 2 there. Looking forward to a new yard in Atlanta, up in the northwest suburbs.
I think Matt Kemp might be on the DL though.
Nets bullpen quiet, and we'll see how it all shakes out as we go forward here. Rodriguez 3-0 on Rendon. Anthony takes a strike. He's been on twice today. RBI double. infield hit and a run scored in front of the Bryce Harper home run. Rendon scorches one to left to the track and pulled in by Daniel Nava. 2 outs. I think the swing of Anthony Rendon is back.
Getting healthy. Bat speed's back. Getting on top of the baseball. He and Rick Shue and Jock Jones been working on staying down through it, creating some backspin. See the hands right in the zone. I wasn't worried. I don't think he was either. He knows he can hit.
Bryce Harper 1 for 1 against Rodriguez with a walk. And the big blow of the day, 3rd inning, 2-run homer, put the Nats up 3-1. It has remained that way since. Nats have had 3 hits since then. The Phillies just 1. By the way, the Braves are ahead again at home today, 4-1 over San Diego. 7th inning. Mercedes-Benz on the pitch cast.
Bryce didn't like it. What did pitch cast think?
It's a pretty hard slider, 89.
This guy's just wild enough if you're left-handed that you can't feel comfy.
Hit hard and foul. That one skips in. That's a base hit against the shift. Well, the shift took one away last time, and Bryce Harper bounces one on that left side to go 2 for 4.
Well, the whole sequence was away to Bryce Harper, and then the defense playing on a pull, and you got a left-on-left three-quarter guy that's slinging the ball across the plate. That shift will make you scratch your head, I think. And look at Bryce hustling around first, thinking about 2 until they stop you. I mean, it's going to be hard for a lefty to pull this guy, and they had everybody on the right side.
Yeah.
And by contrast, Daniel Murphy's such a spray hitter, the defense is playing him straight up. And we rarely, if ever, see shifts on Daniel Murphy. You can't.
Yeah. It's just amazing to watch him use the ballpark like he does. And that one will force the second baseman Hernandez to his right. Nationals gone in the 7th. They've stranded 7 runners, but it's been a gem by Gio, and he may not be done yet. We'll see. Copyrighted telecast is presented by authority of the Washington Nationals and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form. And the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the expressed written consent of the Washington Nationals. Gio against Saunders, top of the 8th.
Good call, Carp.
Well, let's see how he does here in this 8th inning.
It's fine.
And I think, Dusty has to take some things into consideration. We all know the bullpen has struggled. It's a close game. Gio's retired 11 of the last 12 batters he's faced. And it didn't look like Saunders would mind wearing that one, but it missed him. 2-0.
I swear if you're Gio, you have to have that Max Scherzer empty the tank mentality. I want to finish the 8th. I'm not making anybody come into this game. This is my 8th inning. Forget the pitch count, forget the score, forget everything. But Max Scherzer always talks about his last 15 pitches being the most important. Gio has to have that mentality right here.
Yeah, it's a great thought because that's basically an inning's worth of pitches. A bouncer, right side, Murphy, the shovel to Lind. One out with more on Gio. Here's Dan.
Bob, we're seeing something from Gio that we haven't seen in quite a while. This is the first time that he's recorded an out in the 8th inning since August 10th, 2015. Did not get an out in the 8th once last year. Went 7 innings 4 times. But Gio working deeper into the game than he has in a little bit.
Outstanding today.
But you know what that mentality takes you away from? A result-oriented mindset. If, I get through the 8th inning if I get some outs. Well, if you're thinking about the quality of your last 15 pitches, it takes all the exterior garbage out of your head. I just want to make 15 good pitches and let it rip and see what happens. Now you're not thinking, well, if I birdie 18, I shoot under 70 for the first time in my life, and you start thinking about the score and the results instead of the process.
Right.
That's why Max Scherzer does it. He judges every outing on his last 15 pitches.
That game Gio pitched was at Dodger Stadium, an 8-3 Nats win. He gave up 7 hits that night, but did not give up a run, 1 walk, 5 strikeouts, and he threw 117 pitches. So that's been a long, long time, and it's great to see it happening here.
Well, he gave up a tater to the guy in the batter's box today. That's it, to start the game off. There's been times in his career where that would have affected him. Didn't today.
Right. Came back and got the next 3 hitters in that inning. 2 hits since. Breaking ball, and it's hit up the middle. Gio made a stab at it. Couldn't quite get to it. Next up is Daniel Nava.
Dusty's chilling. He ain't moving.
Nava is a switch hitter. And from the right side of the plate, their stat sheet not showing him with any at-bats. Cody Glover's up for the 2nd time. He was up in the 7th. High fly ball foul, out of play.
Want to see the behind the scenes photos like this one? Those guys.
That was during our rain delay on the first homestand.
Yeah, it was. I like that one. Follow MASN Nationals on Instagram for ballpark shots, insider videos. That's MASN Nationals on Instagram.
We sent Dan out for lunch and took a picture of the other 4 of us.
Well, they jacked that off my Instagram, which is FP Santangelo 7. That's okay. I'm a team player. Did Dan take that, or did Joe take that? Joe took that.
I think he had our stage manager, the world's strongest man, Joe Delpo, took that one. 1 ball, 1 strike.
That might be my favorite picture of all of us ever, or the only one. I gotta frame that, put it in the booth.
I think Dan was on the air actually at the time with Chelsea James.
He was.
When we were his peanut gallery. Big pitch here to see which way the count or the at-bat will go. Line drive, left field. Here comes Worth, and he'll play it on a hop, and it gets by him. Hernandez will score. Stopping at second, Daniel Nava. And it's a 3-2 game. It'll be the first error by a Nats outfielder this year.
Yeah, that one hurts a little bit. Jason Worth caught in between whether he dives for this ball or plays it on a hop. And when you get no man's land, you can't judge the hop. Juan Samuel waving, Cesar Hernandez scores easily, and now the tie-in run at second base. We've seen Dusty Baker put Michael Taylor in center and Adam Eaton in left late in games. He chose to stick with his big guy here today.
Here comes Dusty. And you are going to hear a tremendous walk-off ovation. It's already starting for Gio Gonzalez.
Now it's tie-in run on second base. Coda Glover in this one, but you know, when you have a nice game back there and you're in sync with your catcher, sometimes you're in sync with the umpire too. So Gio walking off to a fantastic ovation here, trying to get Greg Gibson's attention behind the home plate. Gibby finally gets his attention. Nice job. That's like, you know, giving a waiter a really good tip. It's cool, classy, I like it.
Very much so. Coda Glover, 7th game. 4 hits, 2 earned runs in 5 innings. Michael Franco the hitter, and he bolts a strike to the inside edge. Franco 0 for 1 against Glover. 2 big outs to get here in the 8th with that runner in scoring position. Franco lets one loose, and it was cutting away from him.
It's a big-time confidence builder for Coda Glover if he gets out of this. Dusty Baker's showing confidence in his right-hander. Tie-in run on second. He knows his left-hander pitched his heart out here today. He's leaving the keys to the car in Coda Glover's hands.
Whew. Oh,
He's
man.
letting it eat today. 98 again.
Inside the Numbers brought to you by PNC Bank. Well, stats don't lie. A lot of home runs allowed. Blake Trinan 3 for 4 in save opportunities. All of those came in the first week, those 3 successful ones. And the 0-2. Oh, and it gets through Matt Wieters. Tying run to third base with 1 out.
Matt Wieters has had trouble catching Coda Glover. Every single time he comes in, there's been a borderline pass ball wild pitch. I wouldn't be doing my job if I didn't say it.
That is huge for the Phillies.
I think this is a slider from Coda Glover, and it just, I mean, it has to be kept in front. It does. He'll tell you that. In this situation, it does.
That brings the infield in. Now Glover and Wieters looking for the strikeout against a free swinger. And they get it with a fastball upstairs. 2 down.
Huge. And you saw the reaction from Matt Wieters, and it's a lot when a guy makes an error behind a pitcher, you pick him up, and Coda Glover just picked up Matt Wieters big time, and he knows it. That's why he saw the emotion, the fastball up. Look at Matt Wieters standing up for that pitch, and Franco swinging all the way. Ball jumping out of Coda Glover's hand.
Franco 0 for 12 in this series. Tommy Joseph 2 for 10. He's 0 for 1 against Glover. 2-0. Hard hit, tie game. Gio Gonzalez is going to get a no decision. Jared Eichhoff is off the hook. And it'll be Coda Glover against Cameron Rupp.
So it turns into a 105-pitch workout, basically, for Gio Gonzalez.
Sammy Solis, right-handed batter on deck. Aaron Altair, then the pitcher's spot for the Phillies. They could hit Odubel Herrera for Altair. Maybe Dusty protecting against that. One ball, one strike here in the 8th.
A big thing for a young guy late in the game is if you give up a big hit and maybe the game's tied or they go ahead, to keep pumping strikes. That's how you show your manager, your pitching coach, even your general manager, what you're made of once something goes wrong behind you. And Coda Glover did just that.
Swing and a miss. He strikes out 2, gives up a hit, but an error and a wild pitch leading to an unearned game-tying run. MASN, brought to you by American Standard Heating and Air. Get up to $1,100 in instant rebates or 0% APR for 36 months. By Airlines for America, where airplanes land, opportunity takes off. And by WGL Energy, they give you the power to choose your energy company. For low rates, go to WGLenergy.com/switch on. Brand new ball game. And as soon as Ryan Zimmerman was announced as the pinch hitter for Adam Lind, Pete McCannon, who had sent Joely Rodriguez out there, comes out to make a switch to a right-hander. So wheels turning as we go bottom 8. It'll be Zimmerman, Worth, and Wieters. Check when we get underway here, bottom of the 8th inning. First of all, the Nats' next 5, 3 of them in Atlanta. These are our next 5 consecutive telecasts. Scherzer, Foltynewicz on Monday, or rather Tuesday after the day off Monday. Probably Joe Ross and Julio Teheran Wednesday. Strasburg, R.A. Dickey on Thursday, then on to New York. We will not televise next Sunday from New York. It's the Sunday night game.
6th game for Pat Neshek as he faces Ryan Zimmerman. Fastball, slider change, quick delivery. Got to be ready to hit. Gets on you.
Got Ryan on a fly ball to right field 2 nights ago, and 1 pitch, ground ball to shortstop here. 1 out. Bottom of the 8th. Worth and Wieters, the next 2.
Well, if you know Jason Worth at all, you know he's got one thing on his mind right here, and that's making up for that miscue in left, and he'll be letting it rip.
Home run rip, and it's 0-2. 4 o'clock in the district. Nats giving up 2 runs, 1 unearned in the 8th inning. And a tie game. Series in the balance here. Mets have come back to tie that game in Miami, in which they were being no hit for 6 innings, or 7 or so. Worth gets jammed. A flare into right field. Backpedaling and battling the son, Hernandez. 2 outs. Matt Wieters now. Ball seemingly with rising action from the sidearm delivery.
Oh, he'd like to go deep too.
Blake Trinan for the 9th. Phillies will have 6, 7, 8, and the 7th spot is the pitcher. .92 playing very quick. Chopper out to get it. Cameron Rupp. Nationals go quietly in the bottom of the 8th inning. It's up to Blake Trinan to keep it 3-3 after 8.
Or is it the fair pull? I don't know. Talk amongst yourselves. 3-3 as we go to the top of the 9th inning. The Washington area Toyota dealers help children and their families by making a $37 donation to the Children's Inn at NIH for every strikeout by a Nats pitcher this season.
It is a negative connotation for a ball that hits that.
It is.
And it's a home run. Blake Trinan, his 7th game. Hasn't had a save opportunity in a while. Nats have played a whole lot of late inning tight ball games against the Phillies mostly. Ryan Zimmerman stays in at first base. And for the Phillies, it'll be Aaron Altair leading off. Nobody on deck for the pitcher yet.
Well, it's a good matchup for Blake Trinan if he can locate that 2-seamer for a strike down and into Altair. We talked about it earlier. He likes the ball out over. So 2-seam fastball, mid to upper 90s, slider, occasional change.
Fastball inside. Odubel Herrera with everything but a helmet. Looks like they're trying to find it for him to hit next. Ball 2. Nervous murmurs throughout the stands on a 3-0.
Might have been ball 4, but if you're Aaron Altair, you're looking for something up to drive, especially off of Blake Trinan.
Important 3-2 pitch to the leadoff man. That ball is hacked out to right center. It'll plug the gap, hit the scoreboard on a fly, and the Phillies have the lead run in scoring position.
So he tried to sink him in early in the sequence, and then when you fall behind, you got to throw a strike. So 3-2, can't walk the leadoff guy. Blake Trinan throws a belt-high fastball down the middle. So it was advantage Blake Trinan at the beginning of the at-bat because the sinker played well to Altair's swing. Didn't get it in, had to throw a strike, and Altair won the battle.
Aaron Altair's 3rd hit of the year. Odubel Herrera, usually their number 3 hitter, but as we've said numerous times, he led off most of last year. He can bunt, he has speed, he can handle the bat. One for 5 career with a walk against Blake Trinan. There's that slider.
Might have been changeup, Carp.
Yeah. Sliders maybe plays a little faster than that.
Yeah. Odubel's job right here is to at least get Altair to 3rd. And Blake Trinan's job is to not let him do it.
There's that wide open stance. He'll swing that front leg around. Tap it, and that's as good as a bunt. Trinan to Zimmerman for the first out.
A productive out for Odubel Herrera, and he's limping back to the dugout. I wonder if he pulled something right there, and that's not a good thing for Pete Buchanan. That's one of his best hitters.
Yeah, not going into a series at Citi Field, certainly.
Maybe smelling a hit, cold off the bench. Kind of pulls up right there, felt something. Now the stage moves to Freddie Galvis.
Infield in. Galvis 1 for 8 career against Trinan. Looked like Chris Spire stopped that ball, deflected off him, then he went backwards down the steps, but on his feet.
He's okay. He's all right.
Shortstop, good footwork.
Yeah. Infield in, got to cut the runoff at home.
Time given. 29,774 paid today. Ballpark very quiet here, top of the 9th. Time again. Target in.
Yeah,
0-2.
Excuse me, Carp. I think what you're seeing here with Blake Trinan, he's trying to slow the game down. And I think at times for him, even though he's very stoic on the mound, it gets going pretty fast. So coming set, taking his time. But I mean, ideally in these situations, you want your guy on the mound, getting it and going. Strike one, strike two, let's do this. But Blake is trying, because of being new at this time of the game, to slow things down.
Pretty good rip on 0-2 by Freddie Galvis.
And it's more of like announcing your presence with authority, right? I come out of that bullpen, I throw 98, I get on the mound, I go strike one. Now my 98 seems like 102 because I threw strike one. Here's strike two. Give me that ball, let's go, let's do this. Here's strike three, or you put it play, whatever. But when you come in with that, and I think as he does this more, he will, the whole Nuclear Lush line, announce your presence with authority.
0-2, target away.
I mean, even Trevor Hoffman, when you think of the great closers, coming into Hell's Bells, or Mariano Rivera, Enter Sandman, it's all part of the deal, right?
Yeah.
It's all part of the makeup, and it gets you in the on-deck circle going, oh, this guy is one bad dude. I better gear up to get him. And it just kind of plays into the whole deal, right? But when you're new at it, you're trying to figure that whole thing out.
Good stuff. 0-2, 1 out, strikeout needed. Ground ball right at Murphy. Runner coming home. Accurate throw, and it's dropped by Matt Wieters. Trying to catch it and sweep for the tag. 4-3 Phillies. They are doing the little things in this series.
Putting the ball in play, playing hard. Got to see this one again. What happened at the end? I couldn't see from up here. Murphy gets rid of it quick. It looked like a good throw. And that Matt Wieters just couldn't hold on. This might have been a one-handed play, but he tried to make it a two-handed play and couldn't catch the ball. Because the reason it's one-handed, Carp, you want to sweep it. All in one motion, catch and sweep.
Right. Ruled a fielder's choice. RBI ground ball for Galvis. Here's Saunders, the right fielder. We'll have to keep our eye on Galvis at first. Phillies now playing with house money. He might try to get to second base with only 1 out. Joaquin Benoit, their new closer. First Philly save here last night.
But I think tempo a big thing for a closer too. Goes with that whole package I just talked about.
Two-0 pitch. Foul ball, just enough hook on it. Sounded a little unusual off the bat. Might be broken. You know, one way to get a momentum charge going into the bottom of the ninth is get a ground ball here for a couple, and then get your guys in the dugout. 8, 9, and 1 due up for the Nationals. Strike call on the inside edge.
A big pitch right here. Pete McCann likely to start the runner if it goes to 3-2. So Blake trying to get that ground ball you're talking about. And I like where your head's at, by the way, here in a 2-2 pitch.
Swing and a miss. 88 diving down and in to the right-handed batter. Nasty. 2 outs.
Oh, you're thinking maybe sinker for the ground ball. Then he crosses him up with a slider, and Saunders gearing up for 98. Way over the top.
Hernandez has had a fine series and a good day. 2 for 3, homer, single, RBI, 2 runs scored. He is 5 for 12 against the Nationals with 4 batted in this weekend. Long 9th inning for Nationals defenders. Slow pace here. Secondary pitches pretty good here. Last couple of hitters. Counts 3-2, and Freddie Galvis will get a head start. Big lead. There he goes. 3-2. And a drive to right. Bryce Harper just has to get it into the cutoff man. Galvis stops at third, and 2 Philadelphia hits in the inning. They've had 5 hits in the 8th and the 9th. And Hernandez continues to really hurt the Nats.
We got to a 3-2 count. Imperative that Bryce Harper gets this ball in. Freddie Galvis was thinking about scoring. You lollipop this into second base. It could turn into run. Watch Galvis hustle, and Bryce got rid of it quick. Juan Samuel had to stop Freddie Galvis, but he was thinking about it.
Now it's trying it against Daniel Nava, who turns around to bat left-handed. Nava hit the ball to left. That skipped by Jason Worth for the big play in the 8th inning.
Nava standing right on top of the plate. He's looking to just pull that sinker maybe. Got some pop. His first 2 at-bats as a Philly, he went deep. He's standing Daniel Murphy close to the plate. Maybe not quite Murph. Pitch number 27 coming.
Galvis at third. Hernandez at first.
I mean, at this level, you can't consistently fall behind hitters and hope that good things happen. These guys are just too good. Not trying to.
Right. 6 batters, 2 first pitch strikes. 2-1 pitch, runner moving at first. Wieters will hold it. Into second base, standing up Hernandez. He'll get a credit for his first steal of the year. And in that situation, that is a stolen base. Got to keep this a 1-run game with 3 outs. Left to work with in the bottom of the 9th. Blake Treinen about to deliver his 30th pitch of the inning. Sean Kelly with a right-handed power guy, Maikel Franco on deck.
That's a big part of the game. I mean, it feels like it's 7-3 right now, but you got to keep it a 1-run game. Huge pitch coming.
Bases loaded. It's probably it for Blake Treinen, unless Dusty wants to leave him in against Franco, who's not the most selective hitter. And it'll be Sean Kelly, the veteran. So Chris Heisey heading out to left field on a double switch. So he would be the second batter up for the Nats in the bottom of the 9th. 30 pitches, 18 strikes for Blake Treinen in a long 2/3 of an inning. Still a chance to keep this a 1-run game. It'll be a Kelly-Franco matchup at Nationals Park in a moment. All over the bases in the 8th and the 9th innings here. And when this one's over, we invite you to tune in to the Nats Extra postgame show presented by the Silhouettes of Ray Knight and Johnny Holiday. When this one's over. Wave to us, Johnny. Maybe next time.
He did. He
Okay.
did. He's just a little late.
We saw it.
Yeah.
Sean Kelly, pressure pack situation. Michael Franco career against Kelly 0 for 2 with 2 ground ball outs.
So he's swinging, and you think they might locate a slider here. First pitch down the way. We'll see what they decide on.
And Franco shows some restraint, taking a slider off the plate away. Chris Heisey batting ninth, takes over and left. Third base, Rendon to second. On target, a long inning, but the Phillies only get one. It'll be Defoe, it'll be Heisey, it'll be Eaton. As the Nats look to make a comeback, bottom 9. Joaquin Benoit trying to become the story of the Philadelphia bullpen. 5 innings this year. A hit, no runs, 2 walks, 5 Ks, actually 6 strikeouts. Got his first save as a Philly yesterday and the 52nd of his big league career.
6 appearances. You see the ERA, the opponent's average against. More of a fly ball pitcher with the fastball slider change combination. Fastball averages 94.7 miles an hour. He throws it 61% of the time. I think you see Wilmer Defoe here taking a strike, trying to get aboard for Chris Heisey, who hit one out yesterday.
Benoit pitched a 1-2-3 ninth yesterday against Harper, Murphy, and Zimmerman. He gets Defoe, Heisey, and Eaton here. The outfield's any indication, they want to pitch him away. Big gap in right center. Could lead to a nice inning if Defoe can get aboard with his speed in a 1-run game. Up in the zone, 1-1.
It's a split changeup from Benoit right there.
How does that differ from a straight splitter? A little softer?
A little softer, and they'll have a fade away from a lefty. I think with a split change, you see more tumbling, you can see more seams as a hitter. The regular circle change a lot of times looks just like the fastball. The split change usually has more violent break late down.
2-2. Marlins beat the Mets 4-2 this afternoon. Nets need a win to move into first place. 3-2 to Wilmer Defoe.
Huge pitch coming again.
Defoe 1 for 3 today with an infield hit. Hits one pretty well out to left center, but right there is Altair. First out Ninth inning. Chris Heisey, game-tying homer, 7th inning yesterday.
Yeah, low linear, low tracer out of the ballpark. Got a fastball down the middle. Maybe a cutter, looking at it again, and it just stayed up enough to tie this one up.
First at bat today after going to left on a double switch in the top of this inning. Heisey faces Joaquin Benoit for the first time.
Two. Closers that have gray in their beard usually don't challenge you on the inner half late in the game. They've been around the block. They know if you're going to beat me, it's going to be the other way. So you try to nibble on the outer half because it takes a lot to hit an opposite field home run. That's where the the Giancarlo Stantons and the Bryce Harpers. So generally speaking, that's how you want to get beat in a one-run game if you're a veteran closer. Chris Heisey's got enough pop to go out that way, though.
Two-one pitch. Takes it upstairs. Another long count for Benoit.
Oh.
That was close to the bottom of the zone, and the Nats have the tying run aboard with the top of the order.
This ball's clearly low. It's not even come close to pitch cast. It's in the dirt, as a matter of fact. See? Wow. Good eye. Tying run aboard. Game on.
Adam Eaton 1 for 2 career against Benoit. Suddenly the sun is out, making it a sun field in right for Saunders.
It's got pop.
Base hit. Heisey's going to make the turn and stop at second. Daniel Nava did a great job of sprinting to that ball to pick it up. And the Nats are in business. 2 on, 1 out. 3-hit day.
Mighty Mouse showing up to save the day. Got a fastball right down the middle. Look where it was supposed to be, outer half. He was thinking that way because he knows that Benoit throws pretty much everything away, and the only thing left was, is Chris Heisey going to test Daniel Nava? He was thinking about it. I think he made the right choice.
Another ball hit to right where shortstops have been standing for decades, and the Nats have Rendon and Harper, the next two. Anthony Rendon, a base on balls, 0 for 3 career against Benoit. Crowd comes to life. It's been a tough couple of innings for them. Way outside.
August 20th, 2014, D-backs. It would have to be extra bases here, but Dusty Baker would like that.
Great speed out there. Chris Heisey is a good base runner. Eaton can fly. Strike call, it's 1-1.
It's a good take. You don't want to offer at that with a 1-0 count.
Wind a little more stiff to right field. Late in the afternoon here, 4:40 local time. Up and away, 2-1, and that's the big 1-1 pitch you always talk about.
Advantage Rendon. Benoit's nibbling right now. He's trying to just shave off the front corner, the outside half of the plate with that fastball, and now he's got to adjust more to plate. He can't walk him and load the bases for Bryce Harper, so driver's seat Rendon. He might get something real good here.
39-year-old pitchers who've been there, done that, know how tough it is to get the final 3 outs of a big league ball game. Two with 1 out. Well hit right field, but Saunders is there and Heise can't get back to tag.
Good at bat, hit it hard, that's all he can do.
Well, classic confrontation here with 2 outs in the bottom of the 9th as Bryce Harper comes in looking for his first career hit against Joaquin Benoit. Visit to the mound coming.
Is this any good? You stuck around to the end. You get to see Bryce Harper with runners on first and second, down by 1, trying to be a hero. And I think Pete McCannon's going to talk to Benoit. This is the manager out to the mound to talk about who do you want to face. You have to face Bryce Harper. You can't put the winning run at second base. Maybe he wants to know what the game plan is moving forward.
He got Bryce to roll over a ground ball to second base yesterday, but that was yesterday. Whole new situation here. Greg Gibson comes out to break it up. Five walk-off hits, 3 of them have left the yard.
Well, I know one thing about Bryce, he lives for these situations.
Shift on. Hernandez about 30 or 40 feet out into right field. Galvis, the shortstop, right behind the bag at second. Harper up there ripping.
Oh, he got a pitch, didn't he? This had a lot of plate. Fastball 95.
And by the way, cloudy again, so no shadows creeping on Bryce here from the third base side.
Might have scared him away from a heater with that swing. Just a hair tardy. Maybe just a hair under it. Or not.
96 on the second one.
Maybe Pete McCannon said, hey, he's hit the curveball off Jared Eichhoff hard a couple of times today. Let's compete with our best pitch right here. What's your best pitch? It's 95-96. I mean, it seems like that was what the talk's about, right? 2 fastballs to Bryce Harper to start this one up.
In the dirt, blocked by Cameron Rupp.
Good block, keeps the go-ahead run at first.
One-two pitch. Ooh, well inside.
97. Some cut to that fastball, too.
And some adrenaline pumping on the mound and in the batter's box. Bryce getting time. That's big, because now the runners will be on the move. And Heisey can get a huge leadoff and secondary lead. There's nobody anywhere near him at second base.
So all fastballs in this sequence except for one split change. What does he throw here? 3-2 to Bryce Harper. Does he challenge him with the heater? And everybody's on their feet.
Cesar Hernandez, the second baseman, has crept in a little bit in short right field. Heisey and Eaton about to take off. And Harper to center. Way back. Way back. See you later.
Are you kidding me? He went with the 3-2 fastball, and Bryce Harper made him pay. His 6th walk-off hit of his career, his 4th walk-off homer. And I didn't think they were going fastball here, Carp. I thought they were going to go split and take their chances with Daniel Murphy in a fresh count. He challenged him with the heater, and Bryce Harper got all of it, folks. As soon as it touched his bat, he knew it was gone, and he watched it. Why wouldn't you? I think this team just showed you what they're made of a little bit. And watch this. Was that any good?
The Nationals have now won every series they played at home this year. And here's Coco with Harper.
Thank you very much, Bob. Bryce, how good is this?
That's great. It's awesome. I'm glad they stayed. It's awesome.
Take me through that at bat. You worked the count full. What are you looking for with that 3-2 pitch against Benoit?
To tell you the truth, I thought he was going to throw me a changeup in the dirt. But he threw me the heater and got a good swing off it. And, you know, it's good at bat.
It's a game of ups and downs. You guys had the lead. They gained it back in the late innings there. Kind of what's the mentality as you get into that final inning?
You want to battle. I mean, every single day you try to come in here and win ball games. You know, Gio threw a great game today. Bullpen came in, worked hard, and, you know, kept fighting and, you know, got the W. Great game for us.
Congratulations, Bryce.
Thanks, guys.
Back upstairs to you.
Yeah, I love it. Bryce said it all. Pretty good at bat. Fantastic at bat. Sean Kelly will get the win. Benoit the blown save and the loss. And the Nats pull one out of nowhere, and they've won every series at home now.
But the best part about that at bat is that Bryce Harper didn't overthink it. He saw that Benoit was going to challenge him with heaters, and a lot of times you're thinking, there's no way he's going to throw me a 3-2 fastball right down the middle. He was ready for the heater. He was on it. He made him pay. And how much fun was that, folks?
That's FP. You heard from Dan. I'm Bob. His name is Bryce. And he took one out of here, straight away center field. Now the kids can go have their Easter egg hunt and have a fantastic time at the ballpark. Tuesday, Max Scherzer and the Braves. Johnny and Ray begin coverage with Nats Extra at 7. This has been a presentation of MASN. Stay tuned. The aforementioned baseball gurus. Straight ahead with Nats Extra postgame. And again from Nationals Park. See you